So I'm going to share my thoughts and first impressions as someone who's been in the VR space for a decade now. Let's just start with the elephant in the room. I think everyone wants to know, is this headset worth the $3,500? And actually, for me, I ended up spending a total of $4,500 on my Apple Vision Pro because I got the 512 gigabyte model. And then there was tax because I live in California. And then also I had to buy Apple Care, of course, for 2 years. And in total, this ended up being $4,500. So if you're going to ask me, is this headset worth $4,500 at the moment, even with how good a lot of the things are in this headset, I just can't rationally recommend anybody spend $4,500. You can buy a pretty good used car for that price. But does that mean that no one should buy this headset? Not necessarily either. This is definitely a luxury and novelty item. And if you are the type of person to really enjoy cutting edge technology and want to be at the forefront of technology and like love immersive technology, then I can see how the Apple Vision Pro, even at this price point, could bring you a lot of joy. One of the things that Apple pushed heavily while marketing this headset is marketing it as an entertainment-focused piece of equipment. And for those of us that have been in VR, you know that you can watch movies in VR. You can even like go to a virtual movie theater and watch movies with strangers or TV shows with strangers. Like that's not new. So the fact that this was being pushed as a entertainment headset made me a little bit skeptical. I'm like, is that all? Like, what else is there to do? But I did try watching things on the Apple Vision Pro, like Disney Plus and Apple TV. And the experience of watching TV shows or movies in the Apple Vision Pro is breathtaking. I don't know how else to put it, but oh my gosh, the clarity on this thing is so good. It's beautiful. Like this headset is beautiful. And honestly, I thought I was going to try a bunch of different things. So I watch TV on like a regular basis and I have a nice TV, 75-inch, brand new, beautiful display. And so I just, I wasn't really interested in the entertainment part of the Apple Vision Pro, but I was glued. Like I watched this highlighting video on Apple TV Plus, and I would never watch like a documentary on highlighting. I might like look at it a little bit here and there, but I wouldn't straight up just keep watching it because the video itself was wrapped around me. I really felt like I was there. And so when the professional highlighter was highlighting at the top of this canyon, I felt glued. I don't know how else to explain it, but the graphics on this thing is ridiculous stuff. Like it makes you feel like you're watching things in such a different light. So here's another example. So I tried Encounter Dinosaurs, which is, what was shown in all the advertisements for Apple Vision Pro. And I've been in VR for a long time, and I know what it feels like to be awestruck by something looming over you, including dinosaurs in VR. And of course, like I've played PC VR too. And of course, I've felt like the awe of it. But Apple Vision Pro, the clarity on this thing is so good that it feels like you're really there. When the dinosaur stepped out of the frame, the TV frame that it was in on the Vision Pro and came towards me and looked at me, like I felt scared, terrified, speechless. Like I don't know how else to explain it, but yes, there's a lot of very realistic things in VR using like the MetaQuest headset, etc. But the level of clarity in the visuals on the Vision Pro is so realistic that it's just on a whole nother level. It's crazy. And then there's also, virtual environments in the Vision Pro. So I did try like Joshua Tree and Yosemite. It's so, I don't know how else to explain it. It's so good. Like you really feel like you're there. And again, this is coming from someone who's tried so many different headsets. I think the level of clarity that I'm seeing on the Vision Pro is on par with like the most high-end headsets in the VR industry. Like, you know, the ones that are $3,000, $8,000 the very expensive premium headsets in the VR industry. So yeah, like nailed it on the clarity. And so when Apple was promoting this as an entertainment headset, it's hard to understand, especially for someone who's been in VR and has like experienced movies in VR, experienced crazy things in VR. But when you use it, you will understand. Like, okay, so I'm gonna just move on from that. But I guess one more thing on the virtual environments, you can turn the crown either to the left or to the right to make it more immersive or less immersive, which I thought was cool. I thought that was a really cool feature. I didn't think it was that important, but it was cool. I most of the time kept it on pretty much fully immersive. So it was fine. I do want to talk a little bit about the comfort of this headset, because if you're watching all these movies in this, but by the way, there are other things that you can do, which I'll get to later. But if you are using the Vision Pro to watch a ton of movies on, the comfort is quite important, right? So it does, in the box, it comes with the solo loop band. And I tried that for a little bit. And you can watch in my live stream when I did the unboxing and setup that I lasted about, I think, like 20 minutes using that. And then I started to really feel the weight of this headset. By the way, the weight of this headset, yes, it's heavy, but I don't think it's that much heavier than, any standard headset on the market. But I did switch out to this dual loop band. It's better than the solo. It's still not great. I would really, I want another solution than this. Although I will say, because I wasn't really playing too many games on this, and I was really just watching and experiencing things. When you're wearing this and kind of leaning back a little bit, because, usually when you watch stuff, you kind of lean back into the couch and relax. That did alleviate some of the pressure on my face. So it was slightly more comfortable. I do think that you can get pretty lost in the immersiveness of some of the things that you're watching. So the weight of this doesn't feel as heavy, or the comfort isn't as obvious. But overall, like the comfort is not ideal. And I am eager to get a third-party strap for more comfort, which is what we're used to in the traditional VR market. Okay, so this headset does have mixed reality or color pass-through, whatever you want to call it. And it's really good. Like, it is a very good color pass-through / mixed reality. Definitely better than the Quest 3. But you can clearly tell that you are using a headset to look at the real world. Like, it's really good, but there is room for improvement still. And for the price of $4,500, which is what I paid, I was hoping for a little more. That being said, it is still really, really good. Yeah, I was just hoping for more considering the price. I did forget to mention earlier that I also did do, I also did watch 3D videos in Disney Plus. And yes, I ended up buying a Disney Plus subscription just so I could try this. But I did do the 3D videos in Disney Plus, and so good. So good. Like, I don't know. It was really good. Like, I loved it. I don't know what else to say about it, but I wanted to just keep going anyway. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, if you watch anything on the Vision Pro, you're just like, oh my gosh, I love this. And that's coming from someone who has a fancy freaking TV. Yep. So I get it. I get why Apple decided to market this as an entertainment headset. Okay, so other things that you could do, obviously, outside of just the entertainment piece, which was magical. You can FaceTime people. So I did spend quite a bit of time doing this. I created a persona. The first 2 personas I created and scanned, which I did again during my live stream when I was unboxing and setting this up. The first 2 were scary AF. Thankfully, I no one ever has to see that because I redid it. So the third one I did, I posted it online. I posted it on like Twitter and LinkedIn, and obviously those places where I'm on social media. The people that are looking at my content are people that are probably in the XR space, because that's mostly what I post about. And people are saying things like, "Oh my gosh, amazing! This looks so good." And you judge for yourself and let me know in the comments what you think. I'm going to put it here for you to see for yourself. As you can, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great. Definitely room for improvement, but I did put it to the test. I decided to FaceTime my sisters and my friend, and it was so funny. My younger sister, when I FaceTimed her, she was surprised because obviously she didn't expect me to be a persona. She just asked me why it looked so weird, and she was really confused. I think it was like eerie for her. She wasn't quite sure why I looked like that. She's like, "You don't normally look like that. What's happening?" And I was like, "Do I look like a real person?" And she said, "Yeah, you look like a real person, but I don't understand why you look like that." She was really, really confused. And I had to explain to her that it was my persona. And then I FaceTimed my friend, and he was just like, "What is happening?" And then I FaceTime my older sister also using my persona, and she hated it. She hated it. And I thought that was quite funny because on social media, people were saying like, "Oh my gosh, your persona looks so good. It looks so close to you." But when it comes to people that aren't in the VR industry, they are not about it. It's really uncanny. My experience though with using FaceTime in the Vision Pro was great. I actually think I like using FaceTime in the Vision Pro more than on my phone or my laptop, because you get to have like, it's just like a floating screen of FaceTime. And I don't know. I just really like it because usually when you're FaceTiming someone, it almost feels a little inconvenient. You either have to hold your phone or prop it up somewhere. And if you're using your laptop, same thing. You have to like get it at a good angle so they can see you properly. But with the Vision Pro, because they just had to look at my persona version of me, I got to see them floating around wherever I wanted while I was doing whatever. So I was actually messing around with the different apps and stuff in the Vision Pro while still having FaceTime open in the corner. So FaceTime on Vision Pro, I actually really enjoy it. I think it's really good. Personas, on the other hand, I think I'm hoping they get better. Now, when it comes to games, I did not play as many games as I wanted, but I did decide to try Loona cozy puzzle games because that is what Apple Vision Pro kept plastering all over the place for me to look at. So I was like, all right, fine, I'll try this. Okay, for those of you who are in the VR industry, I would compare this to Puzzling Places, in that it's like a 3D puzzle, but man, it's so good. I don't know what it is, but Apple has a certain way of making things feel magical. Like when I was doing this Loona cozy puzzles, I didn't want to stop. I felt so warm and fuzzy and cozy inside. Like the way you just look at a puzzle piece floating in the air and you kind of just do this and it will swoop into your hand and then you like place it into place and all of a sudden like these little beautiful music is playing, particles in the air. Something about how Apple does things is just so heartwarming, so cozy, so magical. And actually there was this app I played when Apple Arcade first came out, or this game I played when Apple Arcade first came out. I can't remember what it's called, but I remember after playing it, I just felt like there was a warm fireplace in my heart and soul. You know what I mean? There's something about the coziness. And this game is so simple. Literally, it's the same as Puzzling Places. You just take a little puzzle piece and put it into where it's supposed to go. But yeah, I know people want to play. I know VR people want to play hardcore games generally. But there's something so lovely in how simple and relaxing and peaceful doing a game like Loona Cozy Puzzle Games was. And I'm excited to see more games like this. The other cool thing too is I did get up for a moment because I wanted to check and see if my camera battery was good, so I can film myself while doing the puzzle. And then when I turned back around to look at the puzzle and sit back down, I saw that it had stayed in place. So it does look like there's spatial anchoring on the Vision Pro, and that was just lovely. And then after that, I started actually walking around the puzzle itself while standing up rather than sitting back down. I did also like that you could easily pick up and turn the puzzle, or really any element in the Vision Pro, with this like single line bar. You can just always grab it and move things around, and the controls feel really good and easy. Okay, and speaking of controls, yeah, the controls are so intuitive. It's beautiful. I really like it. So basically, your eyes are your pointers, like your mouse, and then you would just do this motion. And actually, the cameras on the Vision Pro are they're down here at the bottom. The cameras on them are pretty good. So even when I had my hand all the way down here and I was pressing and pinching, it was always seeing it for the most part. I had very little issues with looking at something and pressing. The only time that I had any like real concerns with it was when I was typing a password. And then when you want to delete delete like lines in your password, you're trying to look at the password to see how many characters you've already deleted, but instead you're supposed to look at the deleting button so that you can press it. Otherwise, if you're looking at your password and trying to delete it, then it just keeps putting your cursor into the password entry field. So that was the one part that's annoying. I guess we don't really think about how sometimes we're looking at something while pressing something else. I did forget to mention when I talked about the comfort, there is one thing that's really, 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 really annoying about the Vision Pro, and it's this. This thing falls off so easily. Again, if you watched my my live stream of the unboxing, you'll see how many times I almost dropped this headset because I kept trying to grab it by this, and this would just fall off. So that one's really annoying. So I did also try to connect my MacBook to my Apple Vision Pro just to see how that connected, and it's a really nice and easy connection. Literally, like, this is one of the things I love about Apple is how magical they make things. But you open your laptop while wearing the Vision Pro, and all of a sudden there'll be like a little button that appears on top of it that just says if you want to connect, you just press that button, and I love it. It's literally like the magic that I expect from Apple. So I thought that was really cool. So then I decided to try and see if I can do it on my iPhone. I unlocked my iPhone, looked at it, but no, it didn't do the same thing. It was kind of confused. Like, why is it that I can connect my MacBook, but not my iPhone? We were so close to making magic happen all the way across. And then this part was kind of a bummer. So then when I was using my MacBook on my Vision Pro, you can like mirror the screen on your MacBook into your Vision Pro and connect it. You're wearing the Vision Pro, so you're so used to doing this and like using your eyes as a controller, but you can't do that when you have the MacBook and you're looking at a window from your laptop. You actually have to use the mouse and like the trackpad and the keyboard on the MacBook rather than being able to use your eyes and the pinching mechanism. And that to me was like a really clunky integration. That was one of the things that really broke the magic for me. Like, this is both Apple's products, so you would think that you'd be able to use your eyes as like a mouse for your laptop and do the same interactions that you do with the Vision Pro for your laptop. But no, you have to like wear your headset and then kind of have your hands on the keyboard and trackpad of your MacBook. So I don't know how much I'll be connecting my MacBook to my headset, which might be good for those people that aren't in the Apple ecosystem, because at the moment it's not my favorite, but I am hoping that gets improved. I mean, like, I really am hoping, because I know if anyone can make things run smoothly and feel magical, it's Apple. So hoping that gets resolved. Okay, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. There are a bunch of different apps that you can download and use on the Vision Pro, but I haven't, obviously I've only been using this for a couple of hours, so I haven't had like all the time in the world. So I will go and dig deeper into this. So let me know in the comments what kind of things you want me to try on the Vision Pro. One weird thing that I noticed was Google Chrome isn't available in the App Store. I know we know that Netflix and Spotify and I can't remember. Oh, and YouTube apps aren't available natively onto the Vision Pro, but also Google Chrome is not for those of you that use Google. So you are going to be forced to use Safari on this one. So like I said in the beginning, there's some really beautiful, magical moments so far on the Vision Pro, but also some things that can still use improvement and refinement. I'm going to dig more into this, including comparing it to like my Quest 3 headset and trying to use it for work and other things. And I don't know, we're just gonna keep exploring and see what else there is to do on this thing. So make sure you're subscribed and let me know in the comments what you want to see next. And I'll see you next time. Bye.